Alright, welcome to SCDA Premier Ball Week 1. I think we are probably the last battle of the week. Very, very late match. Especially considering how quick we actually got the draft started, but that's honestly okay. Just the time that worked for us. I'm very excited for this team. Super heavy balance. Pretty much take the same thing that I drafted in Quick Ball and kind of edited like slightly, like I didn't get to get Rillaboom, which is completely understandable. And I don't know that I wanted Rillaboom either, to be honest. Picked up some really, really fun mons that I'm very excited to use. And we are going against some very hard Trick Rooms, so I'm really excited. So I think it's about time to get this battle started. Typed out my Tera previews. I'll go over those, I guess, when we get into there. Preparation's complete. A lot of grass Tera. Scary things here. The Piloswine is not the Piloswine. The Jumpluff is something I'm kind of surprised to see and also not at the same time. Makes me think I probably really still like... Makes me really lean towards leaning into this. Where's your Tera Ghost? You've got Tera Ghost on the Murkrow. Tera Normal Blood Moon is very interesting. I did not calc for a lot of the Tera Normal Blood Moon type of stuff, I'll be honest. What I might do here is I might try to head straight into the Trick Room and maybe use the Instant. It's not what I was planning on doing, I will admit. I think there's a lot to be said for this type of lead, though. The Murkrow is Ghost, the Blood Moon is Normal, Manaphy is Fairy, Jumpluff, and Regidrago are both Tera Steel, and Cresselia is Tera Water. I think these three are exceptionally good, and I feel inclined that I have to bring the Sylveon as the fourth. But that is neglecting the fact that I've got the Focus Sash on the Ensign, which is a very important tool for this type of matchup. The only thing I'm worried about is the Jumpluff, which is very rightfully a mon I probably need to be like slightly concerned about. These four are probably fine, to be honest. I think that'll get us started at the very least. I am, as usual, concerned about Jumpluff on lead. It's a very scary mon, and I did not end up finding space for safety goggles this week. But I do think, minus the Jumpluff, I still really like the Urshifu lead. Hopefully I don't need to spend the Tera Grass, and I'm not going to need to either. Which is really nice. In fact, I'm incredibly tempted in this type of position here just to go straight for a... Oh, I thought I was leading Urshifu. I'm not leading Urshifu. That is something I did. Well then, how do I feel here still? I still feel the... I mean, this is... Admittedly, this is kind of the type of lead I was probably heading towards in the first place to begin with. The Blood Moon being Tera Normal is pretty understandable. I think we'll start going after the Blood Moon pretty quickly. I think the Ursaluna to protect and the Murkrow to taunt. It's an interesting position here. Let's do this. They go immediately for their Tera. That doesn't surprise me. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Tera Normal, like straight into Tera Normal and Hyper Voice, probably. I'm curious if this is going to be Specs type of damage or what. It's time to get the calc open, I guess. Piloswine will be the best thing I can use here. That was entirely expected. That's why we brought the Mental Herb. We brought it for a reason here. Hyper Voice. And it's not... I guess it could still be Throat Spray. 104. Did not kill the Murkrow, unfortunately. Hyper Voice dealt a lot of damage. It's not Life Orb damage. It wasn't Throat Spray either. It looks... Was it Life Orb damage? No, it's not Life Orb. But it did Life Orb type of damage. Maybe a little bit less. So I'm kind of not positive what the item is still. Unfortunately, I probably don't get to do too much with you, unfortunately. I think we're probably just going to lose the Sinistcha outright. Of course, I could always Icicle Crash and get the freeze, or I could go for high horsepower. I'd get more damage off of the high horsepower, I guess. I don't think I need to Ice Shard the Murkrow right now. I definitely need to start getting damage on this thing. It would be really nice if we got a... If we get a flinch, though. That's the type of thing. Like, if I can get a flinch here, I'd be feeling really nice. You just gonna stall the turns out? Manaphy. Manaphy's kind of scary. See if we get a flinch. That was nothing. We did not get it, so I'm gonna lose the Sinistcha. But Pilot Swine staying alive is always nice. And my Sinistcha doesn't have any speed in it, so it's a pretty normal type of Mon there, it looks like. I do wonder what the Manaphy's here for, though. It could do some Life Dew type of stuff. I should be able to pretty freely go for a Calm Mind here, which is nice. I think we're moving to high horsepower type damage now, though. Terrifier. That makes a lot of sense. Just a double protect. This is probably this is the best case situation then. This is really good, actually. Getting a Calm Mind up hopefully sets up for some really good damage this next turn. I'm wondering if it's AV Ursaluna. We legitimately actually have a chance just to outright KO this thing, which is so nice. Hyper Voice is phenomenal. I'm just going to keep clicking high horsepower into that slot, probably. There's something to be said for covering. Yeah, we're going to Icicle Crash that slot this time. There's really good odds he has something that's flying in the back. Yeah, and that's such a good position now. And especially if we get to see if it's Focus Sash or Covert Cloak or something similar. Nope, it's just dead. It's just flat out dead. So that's a phenomenal start. We're at the Calm Mind. I don't get single target Hyper Voice damage. No, I don't. I need to double check how that ends up working. That's terrifying, but also kind of expected. You know what? That Manaphy is going to be faster than my Urshifu too. It's leftovers. We have one turn left of Trick Room. You get the option to double protect through the turns. Last turn of Trick Room, it is. You'll be faster than Urshifu. I do have... There's a chance that Aqua Jet plus that will get the KO. I hate knowing that you have the second Mon in the back still. Like, I think this is how we play this out. Is that a play? Like, I think Tail Glow could just finish through me. Like, what's... If I Calm Mind here and Icicle Crash, Murkrow's so close to dead. I don't think the Manaphy attacks this turn, but I also cannot give the Ursaluna room to move. Yeah, so that's really good. I think the Ursaluna just attacks, though, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I would really love to see flinch here. Because you're going to Hyper Voice kill a Piloswine. Blood Moon. Blood Moon into Sylveon is so fair. It's going to be so much damage, too. Oh, my word. I have to assume this Manaphy is super fast. It might not be max speed, though. It might not be max speed. I think we attack. If I protect, maybe I give myself an extra turn of Ice Shard later. a little bit of damage. I don't think Sylveon can survive whatever comes through. Oh, you hit! What a shame. I'll die to Hyper Voice there. Oh, my Citrus Berry! I forgot all about the Citrus Berry. Wait, we're probably okay. We should survive a Hyper Voice here, too. Yeah. I think this thing might be Silk Scarf, to be honest. And that should just be a double KO. Okay, we make it through. We make it through the first game. Sylveon's insane. I love that. So Sylveon makes it through. Very excited for that. What do I reveal with the Urshifu? I could just kill it. Because I'm faster and that... I'd love to just feed a quick kill to Murkrow. However, this reveals the least information. There's absolutely no reason to reveal a Detect. It's the most stock standard move on Urshifu. We just bring it. Alright, we got away with the first game. Not got away, I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with that early prep. Sylveon kind of carried, which is kind of what I thought it would do. The Blood Moon definitely looks like it's probably Silk Scarf. Well, I guess no, it could get there with some other item and... It's not the only item it could use. It could also be still AV, to be honest. No, because we saw Protect, too. Like, I honestly think it's Silk Scarf. It's an interesting... It's not AV, because we did see them on Protect. We saw a double Protect, too. I don't think I can go with this combination of things again. Or, you know what I can do? I can do what I originally planned, which is Urshifu plus Sylveon. Because there's just so much pressure there. I have to be aware of the jump buff as usual, but like this is like so okay normally. Bring this around and we... This thing did really well for me here. I don't think I would have gotten any value out of Incin. It's still nice being able to probably Snarl or something. I think I just like the bulky switch and maybe we actually get to Tera it this next game. The trick there was that I was getting almost all of his damage was coming straight out of that. We'll see what happens here. I'm assuming the jump off his Rocky Helmet is one of the things I expected to see. Sinister on the back should make it incredibly safe that I'm going to get Trick Room up. I don't even think I'd be surprised if I saw the same lead and he just went Foul Play plus Blood Moon. Because that would kill a lot of Sinistra. Including mine, to be honest, but this will be much more aggressive. No, he's leaving his Trick Room side. I still brought both of my good mons here, though. Like, this is just... The question is close combat or detect this turn. What I feel is detect, to be honest. No, I think we try to get the pressure out. Like, I'm not going to be happy if he switches and jump buff to that, but I'll be very happy if I get a Calm Mind off. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I think I like Ally Switch on Cresselia. That'd really suck. Wouldn't be bad. Yeah. What I'm scared of here is Jump Bluff switching in with the Rocky Helmet and then getting Psychicked. Murkrow shouldn't have a Rocky Helmet. That would be surprising. That was nice. I'm probably going to get Psychicked. Or maybe Trick Room wouldn't make sense. Psychic, yeah. That's fine. We brought the Sash for a reason. That's why this mon was here. And now we're in a position I can just kind of Hyper Voice. I can afford to switch around if I want to. What I'll probably do is Detect. for a turn and then start clicking Hyper Voice. Because I'm not realistically being threatened. I might get taunted. I wouldn't be surprised if he clicked taunt into his Sylveon. I could always just get greedy and go for a Moonblast. Yeah, that's not... Again, that's not surprising. I was expecting that, but this kills the Murkrow. You try to go again for the KO. I kill the Murkrow before Tailwind goes up, which means Urshifu's probably going to be the fastest thing on the field. In fact, that kind of sets me up to be have the fastest Mon for the rest of the game. If he decides to go Trick Room, I've got Sylveon and that. There's the Manaphy. Manaphy's scary. Manaphy's incredibly scary still. In fact, I guess we kind of get to see if the Manaphy is gonna do... I did click the Protect this last turn. I don't think I afford to let Manaphy sit for a free turn. And I'm not going to Surging Strikes it either. We're going to go straight Close Combat and Hyper Voice. The Manaphy is probably faster realistically. Tera Fairy will take that hit better, but I'll still deal enough damage. It also implies, if he's clicking Tera Fairy, then it implies this Manaphy is not max speed. No, it's max speed. Okay. So that'll kill. Dealt very little damage to Starburst. But I think we got what we wanted from Urshifu that first turn here. Special defense drops would be really annoying. Yeah. So we're back to neutral special defense. But the Manaphy's not, like, in a super good position either. Like, it's still at a rough spot, kind of. And what I'd probably do this turn is I'd probably start doing Sinistra things. Saw the Tera Fairy. Seen it click Dazzling Gleam. I can afford to Life Dew, or I can afford to... I need to decide if I need to deal with this Cresselia now or not. What I might do, I might just switch Kit Kat in and start clicking Matcha Gotcha. Like, I have the option between Life Dew or not. That Cresselia is almost dead anyways. Like, I expect Cresselia to try to do damage here. What we do, though, we go and set up the Trick Room. Cresselia could Imprison, but I'll Hyper Voice it before then. And having the faster... Having Sylveon under Trick Room right now will just win the game outright, I'm pretty sure. That's a dead that's a dead Cresselia. You know what? Maybe I need to consider bringing a Sylveon team to Milwaukee in a couple of weeks. Been playing with Bastia Legion, but maybe Sylveon's where it's at. Hyper Voice, Calm Mind Hyper Voice does a lot of damage. And then from this position, I'll probably use Matcha Gotcha. No longer taunted, doesn't really make a difference. We're at neutral special defense. So we get close to dropping from a Blood Mood, but not all the way. I could actually go, though, for the Tera Fire at this stage. In fact, I probably will, I'll be honest. Matcha Gotcha is very effective. I'm going to go for the... No, we still need to go for the Hyper Voice one more turn. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice for one more turn. I think the Life Dew's better then. I think I just need the damage. Oh my word, that's so much damage. Yeah, so Matcha Gotcha was better. Oh my word, Sylveon's insane. Did just realize, though, I think I just played both of these games without tearing. That's a shame, Starburst died. Blood Moon's a move. Blood Moon's a move. Which means Life Dew was just wrong, but that's okay. I would love to feed Piloswine a quick kill. I'm not complaining. Not in the slightest. Where you are, I can just Ice Shard. I don't need to run. I don't need to do anything fancy here. Ice Shard will absolutely get the KO. Good game, Frey. Your team is very scary. I wish Regidrago lots of luck in future games. That was a lot of fun. Prep pretty much went exactly how I wanted it to. Sylveon was just as good as I was hoping it was going to be. GG's Frey. You know what, that might even be enough to get Sylveon to the kill leaderboard. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, and Frey is right, lead Urshifu. Yep, not leading it game 1 was actually a mistake. I thought it was leading. I thought I was leading until I saw Piloswine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a physical mod might have helped, but I'm not sure it would have been everything. Yeah. I was worried about Medicham. Yeah, Medicham was a mon I was actually very scared of in prep. I love Frey's team. I love the concept behind it. It's just so specially... It's a very special offense-focused team. Medicham and Tauros and Tinkaton are all extremely good. Yeah. Yeah, I got excited for a second. Ugh, that was a really good game, though. Very happy how that went. It's great to start the season off on a win. So that was really good. GG's Frey. Catch you later. Good game. Looking forward to week 2.